immediately brand it as nonsense. But in Siddha, all the things that you consider as poisonous are used as a part of their medicine. 9 deadly poisons, you heard of Navapashana. All the 9 deadly poisons are used as medicine. Lead is very frequently used. Mercury is regularly used. Rasavaidya is very much part of Siddha Vaidya. And for those of you who are calling for God's help, when I mention the word Mercury, Mercury is not poisonous. It is just with mercury oxides people have poisoned water. It is irresponsible usage in the industry which has done this. There is mercury in the soil, okay? We did not import mercury from Mars. It's always been in this planet. It is not poison. It is mercury oxides which are irresponsibly used in industry and let out into the rivers and lakes, which poisoned the waters on this planet. Now they think mercury is poison. No, mercury is not poison. But if you drink it, it will kill you. Not because you can absorb it as poison. It is because of its sheer weight. If you put it into the stomach, it will not go through the pipe. It will just drip through the stomach because of its sheer weight. Because its specific gravity is almost 14 times that of water. Because of that, because of sheer weight, if you place it in your hand, it just goes into your hand through the pores. Similarly, if you put it into the stomach, it will go through the stomach, it will not go through the intestine. Because of that, it may kill you. Because it bores holes. Not because it's acidic, simply because of sheer weight. But consumption of mercury is very much a part of the yogic system and very much a part of the Siddha Vaidya. I am still alive only because of mercury, not otherwise. So, Siddha is a very completely different kind of medicine system than anything that you will find on the planet. But it needs a Siddha to give Siddha medicine. If you are not established, if you can't hold the mercury, you don't give mercury to somebody else. Yogic system has always used mercury. Mercury and yogis are always together. You cannot. Even you will see, traveling yogis will carry a little bit of mercury with them always. If not in liquid form, in solid form, solidified mercury. People do practices, keeping it in their mouth and doing things and whatever. There are various aspects to it. Nobody try that here, okay? We don't want you dead.
અવાજ સંભળાય છે બરાબર? યુવરાજ, વત્સલ, મારો અવાજ સંભળાય છે બેટા?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So today I started with a video from Sadhguru. You might have seen him on TV or some videos. He is a great fan of Siddha system of medicine, especially. And I tell you, Siddha system of medicine is very much close by to Ras Shastra. If you remember yesterday's class, I started with 84 Siddhas. Let's have a quick recall what we have learned yesterday. So we are into the point number 8 of part A of paper number 1 in Ras Shastra. There are some subtopics under this: synonyms, occurrence, sources of Parad, Hingulat Parad, types of Parad, Parad Dosh, Grahya and Agrahya Parad, Parad Gati, Parad Bandha, Shodhan of Parad, and Parad Sanskar. If you remember, yesterday we started with Girnar, mountain of Girnar, which is located just 130 kilometers away from our town, nearby to Junagadh. Girnar is said to be the grandfather of Himalaya, and it is best place for worship and place for 84 Siddha. Rasashastra is said to be procured from Siddha. The best of practitioners of Rasashastra are amongst this 84 Siddha. Yesterday I again mentioned that Rasashastra works on Guna, that is biophysics, and biophysics is more powerful than biochemistry, and that's how we need to understand the basic biophysics of Rasashastra, and that's why we are into Rasavidya, Rasavedya, or science of Mercury. As it is said in the classics, Mercury has 100 crore guna. It has unlimited qualities. Here, guna word indicates its medicinal property and medicinal qualities. Overall, Mercury has wonderful guna or therapeutic uses like Deha Lohakara, Sarva Rogagna, Sarva Siddhikara, सर्व रोगनिहत्याशु वयस्तंभ रसायन त्रिदोषग्नम and yogavahi. So all these words in nutshell, it says that Mercury can eradicate almost any disorder on this planet. And lastly, wonderful word Jara Daridrya Nashana. So overall, Murchit Parad can be useful in Harati Rujam Bandham. That means with the help of Murchit Parad, one can attain moksha and one can be free of all the diseases and disorders. There are so many quotations in different rasa classics which praises Mercury like anything. One of them is quoted here that Shatashvamegena Krutena Punyam Go Kotibihi Swarna Sahasra Danat. That means if you donate gold unlimitedly or you donate hundreds and crores of cows or you perform Ashwamegh Yagna several times, even then the use Bhakshan, Sparshan, Dan, Dhyan and Paripujanam can be even better. It can help to destroy all Mahapatak, severe sins of the person. Bhakshanam, Sparshanam, Danam, Dhyanam cha Paripujanam. Panchada Rasapuja Ukta Mahapatak Nashini. I try to convey you an important message that every metal has its own waves. Likewise, Mercury also has its own waves. Similarly, man's mind has its own wave and wavelength. So if we can stabilize Mercury, if someone meditates besides Shivalinga, he can get better status of mind, he can perform dharana, dhyan, samadhi better way. This is the most famous quotation from Rasashastra. You will find it almost everywhere. Siddhe rase karishyami nirdaridyam gadam jagat. That means with the help of Mercury, Siddha rasa, I can do nirdaridryam. I can eradicate poverty. I can eradicate all type of disorders from the entire world. Then we had a quick recall. I mean, we had detailed introduction to Mercury according to Western understanding. The most important part is already been covered. Again, I'd like to mention one, two things that it is always HGS we use in mercury in the form of medicine. One more interesting quotation: "Yatha rasas tatha yatma, yatha yatma tatha rasah. Atmavid rasavichaiva vyadimo sukshma darshini." That means Rasa Upanishad quotes that as soul plays important role in body, likewise Parat is the soul of Rashastra, and without Parat, existence of Rashastra cannot be imagined. Definition of Rasa: Rasatvat, Dravatvat, Rasaha. That makes mercury is in liquid state. That's why it is called Rasa. Or Rasanat Sarvadhatunam Rasa iti abhidiyate. As it liquefies all the metals. Mercury is called as Rasa. Mrutyunashaya rasyate va rasomatah. It is consumed in order to negate old age, disease and death. That's why it is known as rasa. There are so many synonyms given in different classics. Amrita, Dehada, Parada, Rasayana, Rasendra, Rasesha, Rasottama, Sutaka, based on different purposes. Dhatuvad or Dehvad or Indian philosophy or according to external features like Galadarupya Nibam, Mahavahni, Suvarna, Chapala, Chala. I have explained all this in detail yesterday. Rasotpatti we have already covered. Then Hingulothoparat we have covered. Different methods for Hingolothoparad, Urdhvapatan, Adhapatan and Nadayantra. We have learned a couple of times in the different classes as well. Then comes Parad Dosha. Dosha means some evil effects. Evil effects with reference to its natural impurities or its different qualities. It can be summarized according to this classification. Doshas of Bharat, it may be Naisargika dosha, Yogika dosha, or Aupadhik dosha. Under Naisargik dosh, there are three: Visha, Vahni, and Mala. Under Yogic, Nag and Vanga. Under Aupadhik, Bhumija, Girija, Varija, etc. As shown in the slide, we will go through one by one in next slides. Naisargic dosha means those which occurs naturally in mercury due to liquid state and also due to capacity of absorption of any metal or mineral by mercury. Types of Naisargic dosha: Visham, death; Vahni, burning sensation; Mala, can produce syncope. There is a question from Vatsal D. Sakhya, why it is called as Suta. Here is a beautiful quotation. Deha lohamai siddhi sute ataha suta uchyate. Why it is called Suta? Because it can be helpful in Deha siddhi and Loha siddhi. That's why it is called as Suta. I hope it is clear now. This quotation is from Rasratna Samucchay. So these are 5 different varieties of mercury. Yogic dosha. Yogic dosha due to adulteration. In ancient time, people used to mix either tin or lead along with mercury during selling of mercury. If you remember Nag or Vanga, it has very much similar appearance when it is in liquid status. So it is easy to mix Nag or Vanga with mercury. The cost of mercury is around 8,000 rupees to 10,000 rupees per kilo, whereas Vanga can be around 500 to 600 rupees kilo. So obviously it is almost 1/10 part of the mercury price. So people used to mix it, and because of Nag and Vanga dosha, Jadata, Adman and Kusht were produced. Aupadik dosh. It has Bhumija, Girija, Varij, Nagaj and Vangaj. Bhumija is natural dosh because of the ore of mercury excreted from the land. Girija, Girija, that is a mountain from where mercury is found. So the natural dosha of that particular mountain is Girija, Varija. Because of mercury comes to contact with water, and that water can produce different dosha in mercury. Then it is known as Varija dosha. Nagaja and Vangaja, they are because of Nag and Vanga. Then comes Sapta Kanchuki dosh. Kanchuki, like external skin of snake. There are Parpati, Patani, Bhedi, Dravi, Malkari, Andhkari and Dwangshi. Parpati એટલે papad. The changes because of the dosha, and it changes the skin in, and that becomes like papad. That is Parpati. Patani, which can causes eruptions in the body. Bhedi, which causes laxative effect or irritation in intestines, that is Bhedi. Dravi, which can melt the body tissues, धातुओं को द्रव कर सकता है. Malkari, which increases malas, not only stool but all types of mala in the body. Andhkari, which may cause blindness. Dwangshi, which can cause changes in the voice like crow. Kagada jevo awaj kari de, Dwangshi. So these are the 7 Sapta Kanchuki dosha. Parpati, Patni, Bhedi, Dravi, Malkari, Andhkari and Dwangshi. These are the evil effects of mercury. Here is some logic behind this dosha. Specific gravity of mercury is almost 14 times more than the water. So the other metals remain present on the surface area of mercury, so that it reacts with oxygen available in air. An oxidation process gives powder in which found on outer layer of mercury. So you come to department, and if the mercury is not touched for days, you will find one grayish layer over the mercury. Just like skin of a human body, skin of mercury. That's why it is known as Kanchuki dosha. Depending upon the metal's appearance and color, it differentiation which is known as Parpati, Patani, Bhedi, etc. Next is Grahya and Agrahya Lakshan. I tell you, these days we are procuring mercury directly from the eMerc company, which is the largest seller of mercury all over the world. So mostly we get 99.999% pure mercury. So there is no question of agrahya mercury. But according to classics, what kind of mercury we should procure? It says antah sunilo bahir ujjwalo yo madhyahana surya pratima prakasha. Antah sunilo means internally it should sunila. It should have bluish tinge. Bahira ujvalo, outer layer should be ujval. Madhyahan surya pratima. That means the sun which is as bright as the sun in the afternoon. So mercury what we have already procured and you have done practicals has all this grahya quality of mercury. And unlike these grahya qualities, agrahya qualities like dhumra varna, paripandura, chitrona yogyo, that makes the opposite to ideal quality of mercury. It may have grayish or pandur varna, which should not be used for different rasa karma. Then comes, according to Rasratna Samuchay, Rasa Sanket Kalika, and other classics like Yog Ratnakar, there are so many different diseases and disorders caused by intake of impure mercury. They are listed here like Kushtha, Krumi, Agnimandya, Chardi, Jadya, Daha, and even Maran. Murcha, Hikka, Jwara, Arati, etc. So, even up to Daha, Kampa, and Mrityu are described in our classics. If you remember our previous week's class, I had explained chronic and acute and chronic toxicity of mercury. Then there are side effects of mercury in two forms. It may be allergic form or it may be toxicity. Under toxicity, acute toxicity and chronic toxicity. Mercury is absorption and transportation throughout the body, and because it can be converted into minute part, it is transported throughout the body. Neurotoxicity, nephrotoxicity, or even up to teratogenicity, and it may cause death as well. Some of the common symptoms are given here, like memory loss, mental confusion, allergies, irritability. These are for the chronic consumption of mercury. Maybe it is in the form of dental dentures or in the form of vapors knowingly unknowingly consumed by a person, skin rashes, joint stiffness, immune dysfunctions, etc. That's why our classics have always advised to use mercury or any other metal after proper purification. Samanya Shodhan and Vishesh Shodhan. Samanya Shodhan is for Rog Nash Hetu, whereas Vishesh Shodhan is for Rasayan Gun Hetu. We have almost all three batches have done Samanya Shodhan in the department with the help of lime powder, Nistush Lasan, that is garlic, and Sendav Lavan. So here is a quick recall at what we have learned so far. What we did, we took parad in the khalwa, equal quantity of sudha was mixed and grounded for 3 days, filtered through 2-layer cloth. Then we added garlic, husk garlic equal to mercury, and half of parad was sendav. Everything was grind till the mass become absolute black. After, when it became absolute black, it was washed with hot water. Another method, in that method, the ingredients are similar like husk garlic and lavan, but instead of regular khalwa, tapta khalva yantra is used and it is done for 30 days. So the previous method only for 3 to 4 days, whereas in this method Tapta Khalva Yantra for 30 days. Then comes Vishesh Shodhan, Samanya Shodhan and Vishesh Shodhan. Vishesh Shodhan is to remove different dosha, like to remove Vish dosha, trituration with Chitrak Mool Churna. To remove Vahni dosha, trituration with Trifla Churna. To remove Mala dosha, trituration with Kumari Swaras. To remove Nag dosha, trituration with Gruhadhum, Istika Churna, Haridra and wool. To remove Vang dosha, trituration with Haridra, Indrayan and Ankol. To remove Chapalya, Dhaturbij. To remove Giri dosh, Trikatu Churna and remove Asahyagni dosh, trituration with Vokshur Churna. So after the Samanya and Vishesh Shodhan, there is a very specific process known as Parad Sanskar is done. Parad Sanskar. It is very important. I have mentioned a couple of times during Hingulat Parad, then where it says that Hingulat Parad is as good as Ashta Sanskarit Parad. Normally, whenever we prepare any Rasaushadhi, we should use Ashta Sanskarit Parad or Hingulat Parad. Now, what is this Ashta Sanskar or what is this Ashtadash Sanskar? We will go through in detail. According to Charak Viman Sthan, Sanskar means Sanskarohi Gunantaradhanam Uchyate. Gunantaradhanam, to add guna, to convert or to add some better qualities. What we do according to Charak, sanskar can be done with the help of toy, agni, shaucha, manthana, desha, kala, vasana, bhavana, etc. And likewise we do it for parat with the help of all this. Toy, agni, shaucha, manthan, desha, kala, vasana and bhavana. The aim of Parat Sanskar is to add to increase bal and tejas of Parat, to increase Vishishta Guna and for Rasayan purpose of Parad. So there is basic difference between Shodhan and Sanskar. Mainly Shodhan is done for Shodhanam Doshaharanam, whereas Sanskarascha Bala Tejaso Abhivardhanam. So Shodhan concentrate in the removal of dosha, whereas Sanskar aim in the potentiating drug along with the same. And this is specially in reference to Parad Shodhan and Parad Sanskar. Sometimes it is asked in short note, explain the difference between Parad Shodhan and Parad Sanskar. Then you need to write these points. So there are Astadash Parad Sanskar according to Ras Ratna Samujjay. Swedanam, Mardanam, Murchanam, Utthapanam, Patanam, Rodanam, Niyamanam, Sandipanam, Gaganabhakshanam, Charana, Garbhadruti, Bahyadruti, Sutaka Jarana, Syat, Ragas Tatha, Raga Sanskar, Saran Karma, Sankramana, Veda, and Sharira Yoga. So these are 18 Parat Sanskar described in Rasratna Samucchay. So out of these 18, we for now the scholars of Rashastra uses Ashta Sanskar. Rest of the 9 or 10, they are more useful for Loha Siddhi. So for Deha Siddhi or for uses of mercury as medicine, we perform first 8 sanskar, and that's why they are in the syllabus. First 8 sanskar are commonly used for Dravya Karma and Rasayan Karma, and remaining 10 or 11 are mainly advised for Dravya Karma, that is alchemical purposes. Even in this Ashta Sanskar, first 5 sanskar are to remove various types of dosha and add some properties, and last three sanskar are mainly to change its desired, undesired properties and to improve its potentiation. Important requirement before Ashta Sanskar, we need to procure all these equipments like Patan Yantra, Dola Yantra, Tapta Khalva Yantra, Simple Khalva Yantra, Ghata, that is vessel, and enamel trays. We require different dravyas, sanskar upyogi dravyas. According to different sanskar, we will go one by one. And then parad. We require enough amount of parad. According to Rasaratna Samuchay, we can go either with these options, at least half pearl, that is 20 gram, up to 80 kilogram of mercury we should use. 80 kilo means almost one full bottle of gas what we use in our regular stove. Because mercury is very heavy, we don't need more of vessel or bigger vessels because it is very heavy, but it will be very tough to manage 80 kilo at a time. So normally people go with 1 to 4 kilogram of mercury for Ashta Sanskar. So there are mainly three processes involved in the Sanskar. It is Svedan or Mardan or Patan. How much Kalkadravya we should take? It depends upon different drugs or ingredients. Normally, when it is Anuktaman, when it is not specifically prescribed, then it should be 1/16th part of the mercury. Prakshalan should always be done with hot water or kanji. And very important note is never throw away any kalka or water or kanji till you collect proper amount of parad after every sanskar. Kanji you might have learned in Bhaishajya Kalpana. So there are different 3-4 options available to prepare kanji. Here the easy and most popular formulation of kanji is given, in which we take rice 5 kilo, kulatha 5 kilo and sendav 5 kilo, rajika, haridra, vanshpatra, jirak, shunthi, shuddha hingu and sarshap tel. Then black gram flour, adadno lot and jala. How do we prepare the kanji? First we cook the rice and prepare kulath kwat by adding 40 liter of water, and then make powder of spices like rajika, sendav, haridra, jirak, shunthi and hingu. Cut vanshpatra in small pieces. Then we prepare vatak, small balls of black gram flour and fry it with sarshap oil. આપણે જેમ વડા બનાવી અડદની દાળના દહીં વડા માટેના વડા, એના જેવા વડા બનાવવાના, and then fried into sarshap oil. Then mix all above preparation in big vessel and sealed it. I'm repeating. First we need to cook the rice, ભાત બનાવવાના. Then we add kulath kwat. In this kulath kwat plus rice, we add powder of rajika, sendav, haridra, jirak, shunthi and hingu, and we add vanshpatra, વાંસના પત્રો. વાંસ આપણે ત્યાં ગાર્ડનમાં છે એ વાંસના પત્રો, અને દહીં વડાના જે વડા હોય એના જેવા વડા, મેદુ વડા જેવા વડા. Everything is mixed properly in big vessel and then it is sealed. The vessel is opened after sandhan process, say approximately after 10 to 12 days in summer, and in winter after 20 to 25 days. Then entire liquid is filtered and used according to requirement. After the fermentation process, what we will get? We will get mild acid. So let's start with sanskar number 1. Sanskar number 1 is Svedan sanskar. Svedan means fermentation. It is done with the help of Swedan Yantra. I hope you guys, all of you now know what is Swedan Yantra. As shown in the picture, we prepare Swedan Yantra. Medium of Swedan will be Kanji and intensity of heat will be Mrudu Agni, around 100 degrees Celsius. And it is done for 3 to 21 days according to requirement. Normally we go for Deha Siddhi, so it is done for 3 days. Drugs used in Kalka are Asuri, Patu, Trikatu, Chitraka, Adrak and Mullak. All of them 1/16 part to Parad. What we do, we make fine powder of all the drugs and kalk is prepared. 1 angul of kalk is coated with in vatpatra or betel leaf or kadali patra, and then it is allowed to dry. Parad is put into this and sealed with kalk and leaf again. Cover it with 4-folded cloth and make into a potli. Suspend the potli in Dolayantra and perform Swedan. Recover mercury after process by washing kalka in hot water, and recovered mercury strain 3 to 4 times through the 4-folded cloth before carrying out mardan, that is next સંસ્કાર. ગુજરાતીમાં એક વાત રિપીટ કરી દઉં છું. આપણે શું કરીએ, સૌથી પહેલા આ બધા દ્રવ્યોનો કલ્ક બનાવીએ. એક કલ્ક બનાવીને એક વટ એટલે કે વડલાનું પાન કે બીટલ લીફ કે કદલી પત્ર, દેટ ઇઝ કેળાનું પત્ર, એની ઉપર એનું એક લેયર બનાવીએ, સૂકવી દઈએ. એની ઉપર પારો મૂકવાનો, પારાની ઉપર ફરીથી કલ્ક મૂકવાનો અને એને પ્રોપરલી સીલ કરી લેવાનું. સીલ કર્યા પછી એને 4 લેયર વાળું કપડું લઈ એ કપડાની અંદર એક પોટલી જેવું બનાવી દેવાનું અને એ પોટલી પ્રોપરલી દોલાયંત્રમાં મૂકવાની અને સ્વેદન કરવાનું. I hope it is clear. And we apply mild heat. So after performing it for 6-7 hours, the liquid will be evaporated. So we need to refill kanjika time to time. The potli should not touch the bottom is the very important instruction for all the Swedan processes. There are suggestions that to replace kalkal every day, but it is practically not possible. So normally they go for at least for 3 days. Outcome of sanskar is mala shaithilya karakam. Parat ajirna doshasya tadgat malasya cha nirasanarthe kriyate. Both acidic and alkaline substances are used in this sanskar. So impurities lose adhesiveness, impurities dissolve in the liquid medium used, and mercury becomes relatively free from impurities. It is expected outcome of Swedan sanskar. So normally when we prepare kanji according to our standard method, it will produce weak acid which is known as vinegar. In this combination, interaction of alcohol and weak acid blemishes of parat gets somewhat આઈ એમ સોરી 5 મિનિટ બાકી છે એવો મેસેજ આવ્યો છે એટલે હું અહીંયા અટકાવીશ. So I hope you guys got the idea about Swedan sanskar properly. From next class onwards we will continue with mardan sanskar.